Hello, hello. Hi. Welcome back to Jay's Tools. I know I haven't done an episode for a while. I've just kind of been focusing on other things. You know how life gets busy. But hey, this is the holiday week. This is Thanksgiving starts tomorrow. And of course, everybody gets Thursday and Friday off. So had to work really hard in the last 3 days, and we won. It's pretty amazing. I was talking to a customer today, and I said, "How are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, I'm killing it." He said he's done 3 transmissions, a water pump, and a whole bunch of warranty work. He works at a dealership, and he says, "Man, I got like 38 hours in 3 days," and I don't know, maybe he even had more than that. And I said, "Well, how? It's just ironic that you can do so good when you have a little bit of time, but you're gonna have 2 days off. You know, you'll have 2 black holes. If he would have continued a week like that, he could have made a lot of money." And I've been lucky this week, had some really good collections, and some of it I've been waiting for. Certain checks from certain companies have been waiting for it to come in, and finally it came in this week, which I'm glad, because I have a short work week this week. But if I would have had this last week, I would have had monster numbers. But you know, that's just the way life works, and I'm grateful for the success that I've had. And anyway, a topic I want to talk to you tonight is about the tote bag. And if you've ever seen a tool guy come to the door with one of these things, it's a lot of work. And so what I'm going to show you is what it takes on my side of the fence and what benefit you see from it. Okay, so straight out of the gate, obviously people think, hey, if you carry more tools in, you'll show more people and you'll sell more tools. That's absolutely true. But there is more science to the tote bag. There's more to it than that. Let's talk about how it benefits me. Okay. Now, first thing I want to admit, most tool guys don't do this because it's a lot of work. I mean, after they clean their truck and they get everything ready and they check in their orders and they get everything priced and they do this and that, they want to just drive up and take your business. I mean, that's pretty much what mechanics do. They get their education, they get their training, they get their tools, and they show up to work and the cars are supposed to come to them. Sometimes you got to go get it. And that's why I like this. And it's because it does take more preparation. And that's what's pretty challenging about it, is that it takes more preparation than what's required. And that's why I believe most tool guys don't even do it. But here's the reasons why. Number one, it's education to me. Okay, I've got to pick up this tool. Okay, and this is a digital battery electrical system analyzer. Okay, so I get to learn the specifications. I get to learn that it'll work on anything with, 300 cold cranks up to 1,200 cold cranks, which means it can work on cars, it can work on trucks, it tests the battery, but it also works on the charging system. So I had to do my homework. To figure this thing out. So that's how it benefits me. Also, it gives me confidence, because when I'm madly in love with all the products that are in this bag, I'm excited about it, and I want to show everybody. And if I didn't have my confidence, I'd just kind of mope around the shop, see a couple guys, move on down the road. But when I got some energy behind me, that I want to show this to everybody. And one thing that I do like about it is you can kind of add humor to it. I mean, this is an air saw we have on sale, and I didn't memorize the, all the specific details of whether it's, what RPM or whatever, but I just call it an air scalpel. And I hand it, I say, "Here, try this air scalpel," and they're like, "Air scalpel?" And you're like, "Yeah, this thing cuts anything. It'll cut steel, it'll cut plastic, it'll cut bolts, it'll get everything fine-tuned." And so, it helps me with product knowledge, helps me to bring some interest. It shows other people that I'm a tool man. That's what I do when I show up. And so that's how it helps me. But how it helps you is product knowledge. Well, let's back up just a little bit. I'm sorry that this thing's having a hard time focusing on me. But, for example, I come in, I put this in their hands, I tell them about it, the price, the warranty. I'm doing a service, but also I'm listening. And this is an important sales skill, because someone might say, one time there was a certain situation where this air saw saved me half an hour, made the job so much easier. And you see, I got to take that information to the next stop. I go through my normal stuff. Hey, it's an air scalpel. Hey, it does this, does that. In fact, some technicians have even used to do this job, and it saved us some time. And my customer's going to go, "Oh, I never thought of that. That's amazing." So here I am bringing education, but I'm gaining education when I bring this thing around. Another thing is it jogs people's memories. They may already have all of this stuff when I show up, but they're like, wait a minute, that reminds me, I wanted this tool. So it brings you to something else. And then, so I just bring solutions, and it helps everybody. So I truly believe it's worth the effort, even if, and this is true, and I'll be straight up honest with you, I've put 5, 6 things in the bag, drug them around for 3 or 4 days, never sold anything out of the tote bag. But what did I do? I brought value. I brought education. I may have jogged somebody's memory. And another important thing is I've controlled the environment. Because when I walk up on a guy and he's angry and mad and ranting about his ex-wife, I don't want to hear about that. So I can bring in the tote bag, change the topic. Or if it's politics, change the topic. Or if it's hunting season, dude, I'm telling you, there's some hunting stories that are amazing. They're amazingly long. So it changes the topic. So the tote bag is worth the effort. And it's something that I've done for like 7 years straight. It's in my DNA. I cannot leave without it. It's a good habit. So, but habits are hard to find. So they're hard to build. But once you build them, they're there. So that's the tote bag. And let me get you up to speed. Change a little bit of topic here, because I'm wrapping up my poster promotion. And so let me steal the camera here. And so remember, I had the gun safe right here, and then I had this poster, and then behind the poster were the prizes. And in fact, let me sneak down the aisle here and pull out some tickets that I've got sitting right here. So how this was designed, when I had my son do this, is we glued, whoa, hold on. Okay, so I glued this poster board on the cardboard, but I gave him the stickers, and then I kind of left the house so that he could put the stickers on the back, and he glued that entire piece right there with glue. And so once they were full of names, we cut them off, and whatever's behind it, that's what you want. And Mr. Ken, he won a coat here. So that's how that worked, and we've been giving away, one prize was this electric Milwaukee coat. I've been giving away our 100th anniversary winter jackets. There was some pistols, some pistol saves, 2 pistol saves, and then this big giant beauty right here. And so we've got a few Milwaukee products, more coats, got a Milwaukee bag. But this is something I like to do at the end of the year because it gives my business a big push. Because right now my business kind of goes into hibernation because everybody's worried about getting through Thanksgiving, and then they spend their money on Christmas and stuff. So if I can get people thinking about getting some increase in their sales, it just helps out. And basically what it took to earn a square is to spend $1,000 on my truck. And people were always in shock going, $1,000? How am I going to do that? I said, well, you bought a Snap-on cart this year. That wasn't free. People sometimes forget what they buy over the year, but I'm hoping to bring value to them every single week and provide that what they need. And I kind of want to be on their brain when they're thinking about tools. So I do that by bringing value through the tote bag. I do it by keeping a stock truck. I do that by being super frequent. I mean, I'm very consistent when I show up. I want my customers, this is my, when my district manager calls any one of my accounts, I want him to ask, if he were to ask, when does Jay show up? And they will give a day specifically, and they will give a time specifically. And there's no doubt about it. And sometimes I get some of my customers and they're saying, I have a good time with them. And they see value in what I bring, and they get excited. And they're like, oh, if you just came on Wednesday. I'm like, why is that? That's payday. And I'm like, that's got to be a busy day, right? Is that the day that the utility guy shows up, your cell phone guy shows up, your car payment shows up? I mean, really, guys, they spend their money other days of the week too. Anyway, no, I get it. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. We're wrapping this month up. Next week is the last week, and then we're in December. So having a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you following me on Jay's Tools. And hopefully we can keep having fun. So please enjoy the holiday and do not eat too much turkey because you are what you eat. See you later.